Hello friends, so today I am here to do a book outlet haul. There was a sale. So the first book I picked up is The Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare. This is about he's a duke. This is about a duke who has, I think for like inheritance reasons, he needs to get married, and this seamstress daughter shows up. Is that what she is? A vicar's daughter turned seamstress appears in a wedding dress, and he's like, she'll do. Which seems hilarious to me. I don't know, maybe it's a historical romance thing that I'm just not used to, but that just seems like weird, really weird. But they kind of come up with an agreement to be married, and she will produce an heir. But she's like, no, that's not all that's it's gonna be. We're gonna have like conversations, and you're gonna like me, and I don't know. I'm hoping it will fill a spot on Romanceopoly. I'm also hoping that I enjoy it. The next book I picked up was Moonlight Sins by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I had never actually heard of this series before. I've read a few Jennifer L. Armentrout books, but I'd never heard of this one. This is, I'm hoping, book one in the DaVinci series. And this is about a woman who had, I think she's on the run from something. I don't know that for sure. It kind of makes it sound like that way on the back. She's on the run from something. She gets hired by this family to like look out for their sister, and she starts to kind of have feelings for one of the brothers. I don't know if that's what the story is at all. That's what it sounds like. It was Jennifer L. Armentrout. It was on sale on Book Outlet. I picked it up. Next I picked up Chasing Christmas Eve, a Heartbreaker Bay novel by Jill Shalvis. I don't know what book number this is in the series. I don't know much about what this is. Jill Shalvis is a Book Bonanza author this year, and I read the first book in this series in February, I think it was. So I picked up this book. I also picked up About That Kiss, which is another Heartbreaker Bay novel that I don't know anything about because I don't know what number it is. I need to work on figuring that out before I read any of the backs because I don't want to spoil anything for characters that I'm still being introduced to. Going back to Jennifer L. Armentrout, I picked up Wait for You, which I believe is the first in this series. This is about a girl who goes off to college hoping to escape her past, and she ends up meeting and falling for a guy who then helps her when the past comes back to haunt her, and she's worried about whether or not he'll be there, whether or not he'll understand. I believe I've read this one before, but I'm going to put it in my TBR shelf because I don't know for sure. I believe I have, but Goodreads doesn't show it, so I'm gonna probably reread it just in case. Going back to Jill Shalvis, I picked up Rainy Day Friends. This one had a cute dog on the cover. It was a dog and a beach, and that was basically all I needed to put in my cart. This is about a woman whose husband has passed away, and she has only after the fact learned that he had many wives, many families, and I think it's kind of like under the pressure of everybody, all the gossip and everything, she moves to this like winery to start helping out, and she ends up falling for one of the sons of the family that owns the winery. It sounds a little bit emotional. It sounds like I'm really gonna want to wring this husband's neck, but I can't wait to read this. Next I bought Intercepted by Alexa Martin. This is the first book in the series. I believe the whole series is about wives and girlfriends of football players. I kind of read a little bit on the back of this one. I believe the woman has, she was a girlfriend of a football player, and then they broke up, and she was kind of cut off from all the people she thought were her friends. And then she starts dating this other guy who it turns out to be another football player on the same team, and all of the other people that she thought were her friends are calling her gold digger now, and she's I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be the main conflict of the story or not, but I believe the sequel just came out, and the sequel sounds more exciting to me than this one does, but I want to make sure I read this one first before I pick up the sequel. Next, I picked up 2 books from Mia Sheridan, who I read More Than Words last year. I got it at Book Bonanza, and I had never read anything else by her, and then I saw these 2 on here and had to pick them up. The first one is Most of All You. I can't really tell what this is about from the back of it. It sounds kind of like a man and a woman, both with dark pasts, kind of helping each other overcome and seeing the good in people, and I don't know if that's it or not, but that's kind of what it sounds like. Next, I picked up Archer's Voice, also by Mia Sheridan. Again, not too sure what this is about. Kind of sounds like a woman who is on the run from her past meets a guy who doesn't speak to anybody, but she feels a connection to him even though he doesn't speak. Maybe? I don't know. Next, I picked up 2 books in Samantha Young's, what's it called? The Hearts Boardwalk series. I bought the first one, which is The One Real Thing, and the second one, which is Every Little Thing. I don't know what these are about. I feel like they're small town romances. I don't want to know too much going into it because I love Samantha Young and I will basically read anything. I got 2 books from another Book Bonanza author, and then I realized that it said like books 11 and 12 in the series or something. So I'm hoping I can read these as standalones. But I got Holding On Tighter by Shayla Black. I believe these are darker romances. This one says it's about a fashion designer who needs help because there's a threat to her company. And I don't know much more about it, but I'm hoping this can be read as a standalone. I do need to look up which one was first because I'm not sure. The other book I got is Falling in Deeper by Shayla Black. This is about a woman who is on the run from somebody who wants to hurt her, and she meets this guy and enlists his help in keeping her safe. Finally, I picked up 3 more books by Lorelei James. If you watched the April wrap-up from last week, I know I said that I wanted to continue on with her books because I think I like her writing. I think it was just that one story that I read that I didn't connect with. So I picked up some cowboy romances. First one, I don't know if these are in order. I don't know if I bought book 1, 8, and 23 or whatever. I don't know how many books are in the series. I did not look it up. I don't know what order they go in. I don't know. The first one I picked up is One Night Rodeo. This is about a barrel racer and a bull rider. They wake up married, and she wants to get it annulled, but he needs her help starting up or continuing on with a family ranch. Something. I don't know. The next book I got is Turn and Burn, also by Lorelei James. This is about another barrel racer who has to, I believe she's taking some time off, and she goes to the new ranch in Wyoming, I guess that her father's moved to. It says something about her father has sold the ranch and moved, so I'm assuming this is his new ranch. I don't know for sure. She meets a veterinarian in the town, and she doesn't want to, like, stay. She doesn't want to start anything with him because she thinks he's a love him and leave him type, and he wants to prove to her that that's not how he is with her. The last book I got is Hang Tough by Lorelei James. This is about a cowboy who steps in for one of his elderly neighbors whose son is trying to, like, get her out of her house and get her off her land and everything. He steps in and gets the son to, like, back off, but then his daughter shows up, and he is unprepared for how much he likes the granddaughter of the neighbor. These all sound like really cute cowboy romances, and I can't wait to figure out what order they go in and then pick them up. So those are the books that I picked up from Book Outlet. I cannot wait to get started on some of these. I picked up a lot from Book Bonanza authors, and I'm hoping to do kind of a weekly readathon thing where I read nothing but Book Bonanza authors. I'm hoping I'm gonna have time to do that in May. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!